For this presentation, I chose recreation security to compare that to executive protection. It's another form of security professionals. There's many similarities, but also quite a few differences between the two. And I'll go through those throughout the video. Executive protection, basically it is security professionals that are designated to one asset, and when I say assets, I mean person of interest. The person of interest could be someone, a government official, a VIP of a large corporation, a person that is exposed and could receive quite a few threats for assassination or kidnapping just because of their influence in the government or their company. Now, recreational security is security professionals that work usually large events. They are hired through that event coordinator. So an example is Disney World, Cedar Point. Those types of places have security professionals to monitor the visitors and the guests and tourists. Sporting events, same thing. And they mainly do evacuation control, monitor natural disasters, storms, and all that kind of stuff, riots, illegal behavior, underage drinking, fighting, anything of that nature. The intent for executive protection, the purpose of it is to stop a person or their family or employees that may work for them from being kidnapped or injured or assassinated. A lot of the time, if it's a government official, it could be another country, it could be another political party. For large corporations, it may be disgruntled employees that have been laid off. Those are usually VIPs. And the same thing goes with government officials. Usually it's terrorist organizations. So having that security professionals protect them is critical. Now, the purpose of recreational security is keeping the spectators safe from natural disasters, monitoring the students, the athletes, and their overall well-being. Comparison between the two when it comes down to communicating, radio usage, face-to-face interactions, team meetings, shift handoff notes. There are also a lot of large events in the recreational have call-in centers to report any crimes. But along with that, local law enforcement can be reached to elaborate any type of information somebody may have of a threat. And both of them have close interactions with the law enforcement of the area. Now, the differences between the two is executive protection is usually based a designated person, their families, and it's more so an escorting service. Some would say bodyguards, government officials, just people overall of high interest. And the way that's different from recreational security is they protect large crowds during sporting events, amusement parks, schools, concerts. They also do a lot of property protection that is not executed in executive protection. Property protection is huge in sporting events. For example, there's the goalposts, and a lot of stadiums have made collapsible goalposts because it became a safety risk of fans after a game being hostile and climbing them and knocking them down. Some of the technology used is similar in both, but does vary just a little bit. Executive protection, they have tracking devices. They put them in the phones and in the cars that are moving these people of high interest around. They have mass amount of security cameras. Usually the security cameras are at a home location, maybe their office, and they have mobile portable ones that may be at a speech or an event. They, along with that, at events, they have metal detectors, surveillance equipment, and then they also have networking. Cybersecurity is one of the biggest things, and for a terrorist or somebody trying to harm this VIP, hacking into their network is detrimental. Now, recreation security is not quite in depth as executive, but they do their best to mitigate any security risks. They got CCTV cameras. You usually see this during sporting events. They zoom in and they watch the crowd for any illegal activity or fights that may break out. There's always metal detectors when you enter any type of event. Most theme parks, concerts, all that have metal detectors, badge scanners, employee entrance areas are always badge scanned in, and security cameras as well go along with recreation security. Now, the ethical issues that go along with both these are quite similar in my mind. As an executive security official, you acquire a lot of personal information working so close to this VIP, and that type of information could be harmful to that person if used in the wrong way, and it would be unethical if you heard a government official talking about something that is confidential. Profiting from scenarios during duty, recreation security professionals being bribed for possibly seeing something, and a fan or a spectator approaches you and asks you to look the other way, and this goes into gambling and underage drinking. There's quite a few things that go along with that. That is the video portion of my presentation. Thank you.